Hello, my beautiful friends. Today we're going to talk about ayahuasca and aliens. So today I want to talk about my first ayahuasca experience. So let me set the scene. You have to understand, from a very young age, I have been terrified of aliens. And as a commercial director, I would add aliens in a comedic light into my stuff, really to help me get over my fear. But also now I'm realizing that I was putting out a different image of these ETs and trying to diminish the fear in the public eye also. I just have to say this really quick. Not everybody experiences the same thing. There are a lot of people that I know that have experienced these ET beings, but then there's a lot of people that experience a bunch of other different things. Everyone's experience is so different from each other because Mother Ayahuasca will always give you what you need. This is a very personal experience, just like spirituality is supposed to be very personal to the individual. Like, I've seen dragons and I've seen things that actually a lot of times people think of as like the satanic symbol, which is the goat head with like Sanskrit around it, which I've seen so many times in ceremony, and usually it just opens up some sort of portal. It's not bad. Everything's neutral here. We give it meaning. There's no good and bad. We give it meaning and we decide which way we go towards the positive or negative, but we're supposed to stay in neutrality, in a space of love and without judgment. First of all, I had no idea going in what I was getting myself into. I truly believe even when somebody does a lot of research, they really can't fully know what to expect until they do it. It's about 5 p.m. and I got to the location. Everyone's already set up their mats. Everyone's dressed in all white. And I was like, oh my God, did I just join a cult? So I finally get my mat set up. I have a little comfortable spot, my pillow, all my blankets. I got my little bag next to me that has like chapstick and a little bit of water and tissues and my stones and a necklace my mom gave me, and just stuff that would help ground me in case I was feeling scared. So anyway, nightfall. Then it was time to start serving medicine. All I keep thinking in my head is, Tanya, don't be the first one to throw up. You cannot be the first one to throw up. And the taste of it is in my mouth, and I'm like, ooh, no, this doesn't taste very good. My stomach's kind of growling. So they turn off the rest of the lights. There's just a few tea light candles. You have a purge bucket, they call it. It's where you throw up during ceremony. And so I'm looking in this bucket because I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And all of a sudden I see these like worms, these big like black worms. They're like hissing, and I'm like, whoa. And I was kind of freaked out by them, and then they started talking to me telepathically, and they were like, we're here to take all the things that don't serve you. And they were like, purge, Tanya, purge. So I, of course, was the first one to throw up, puked in the bucket, and then immediately I felt like a hand hit me on my chest and like pushed me back. So I'm laying down, I close my eyes, and immediately I'm drawn into this like fractal world. Everything's like red and yellow and orange. And it was so funny, by the way, I painted my nails specifically for this ceremony, like this light pink color, because we were all supposed to be wearing white or earth tone colors. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wear red nails because that's like inappropriate for ceremony. I had no idea. And it's just really funny that the first thing it shows me is just red, the color red and orange and yellow. So I'm flying through this sort of fractally world, and I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful. And it's the constant flow and motion of spirit. Nothing is stagnant, everything is moving. And I look up and I can tell that there's like something above me. And since I was a kid, I've always been able to see spirits. And so I know the feeling when they're there. So I look up and I say, hey, I see you guys. And right then, they start just flooding me with information. They're telling me all kinds of stuff, and it's like overwhelming. And I'm like, whoa, okay guys, this is a lot. And I was like, I heard that I could talk to you and ask you to like turn up the volume or turn it down, meaning if I wanted more of an experience or less of an experience. And so I said, I just need to feel loved and comforted for just a minute. So then I'm all of a sudden zapped into this big fluffy purple thing, and I'm like, whoa, why am I in a purple fluffy thing? And then I look up and there's this massive cat. Its head is like, huge, and it has 3 eyes. It's blinking and it's purring, and my whole body is like vibrating from its purring, and it's just like this unconditional love, like a love that you don't get from even like your parents. It's a love that really only you can get from like a dog, that unconditional love. And so it's purring and vibrating my body, and I'm feeling so loved and so happy and so comfortable in this fluffy purple fur, and it's blinking, and these little love crystals are coming out. It's like, little love crystals are coming out. And then I realized that its body is not a normal cat body. It's a snake, but like a fluffy purple snake. And these big eyes start like opening and closing, and love crystals are coming out of those like all over the body. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. It lasted probably a couple of minutes, and then I was zapped back into the fractal world. And I was like, oh, I'm back here again. But I could see the beings even more clearly this time. And it felt like I was almost on like a conveyor belt. I was being worked on. I could feel kind of like poking and prodding in my body. And I said to them, hi, like, I see you guys. I realize all these fractals are kind of a distraction from the work that you're doing on me. I was like, but it's okay. I really want to see you. I'm not afraid. It's okay. Please let me see what you look like. All of a sudden, I'm zapped back into the room, and I see all the people around me in the room in their ceremony space, and the roof is gone though, and there are these tubes, like clear tubes coming down and like attaching to each of the people, and I can watch the energy go down the tube and hit them, and as soon as it hit them, they'd be like, ugh, and like react to it. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I realized that we were in a hospital. It was like a spiritual hospital, and the space felt really familiar. All of a sudden I was like, wait, I feel like I've done this before, or I've been here before. I was like, wait, but where are you guys? I want to see you. And I look up, and above me, all of these alien faces like started to appear above me, and like different sorts of ETs, normal looking ones that you see, and there were sort of reptile-y ones, and just different faces. They all looked kind of unique, and I immediately started crying, and I was like, oh my God, my beautiful friends, I'm home. And this is why when I start my videos, I say, hello, my beautiful friends, because the first time I'd ever felt connected and not afraid of the spiritual world, the first thing to come out of my mouth was, oh my God, my beautiful friends, I'm home. After that, I am put into like I don't know, it almost felt like how people describe an alien abduction, where there's surgery happening to you. I saw these like big metal bugs crawl up my arm, and they had long needles, and they like jabbed into my arm, and I was like, whoa. I was like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, you have something in your blood, and we need to get it out. And the thing with ayahuasca that's so cool is you can talk to it, and sometimes they kind of look at you and go, is she talking to us? Like, why is she talking to us? It's kind of weird, because they're just like little worker bees, these little worker spirits that are working on you and helping you. And that's why they call it medicine, because it is truly getting work done to your body and to your spirit and past traumas and all of this stuff. So after all these surgeries are going on, the shaman announces it's time for second cup. If anybody would like second cup, please come up and take it. So I was sitting there with a giant smile on my face. I was so excited. And I go up there and take it, and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. And I didn't see any more fractals or anything like that. It like sat me straight up and started teaching me mudras, which I didn't know were mudras at the time. I knew nothing about them, but basically just hand positions that create an energy flow into your body and can remove blockages and help you with, stress, anxiety, fear, self-doubt, stuff like that. And so it was putting me in these hand positions, and then if I didn't do it right, it would move my hands in the correct position and then put my hands back up like this and be like, do it again. And then I would do the position, and if I did it wrong, it would shove my hands back in the right position and then be like, do it again. So then I like look down and I see a lamb on my lap, like this baby lamb. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have a lamb on my lap. And then I look in front of me and there are probably about 6 or 7 people, like my ancestors. And I was looking at them and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like my family. This is, who are these people? And I remember just feeling this like love and connection to them. And they started giving me information and they were like with me with this lamb on my lap as they're teaching me, hand positions and teaching me what everything means. And they keep telling me, your job here is to teach people how to heal themselves. From there, I knew that my path would always be to bring people to the medicine. It truly makes you appreciate and love life. That's kind of it. I'm probably forgetting a lot of stuff because it's been a little while since my first ayahuasca experience, but I will truly never forget my ET friends. They like to be called ETs, not aliens. My ET friends I now know are not bad. They are guides. They are divine beings. They are star beings. They are here to guide us and help us. Try to be open-minded in this life and understand that the whole process of a spiritual awakening is unlearning everything that society has put upon us and almost get back to your childhood roots and finding who you really are again. And once you start clearing out the clutter, it is truly the most beautiful experience ever. And I hope everyone, no matter what modalities you use, if it's plant medicines or yoga or breath work or Reiki or just reading and philosophy, whatever it is that brings you into yourself and start to discover how beautiful this experience is. It's just really important that you keep an open mind and try. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions or anything like that, let me know so I can put them in new videos. Thank you so much for listening. Be good to yourself and be good to each other.